Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. What a wonderful day and a day of great learning. And I'm happy to share to the participants, we have over 1,175 registration for this important topic. So while we are in practice session, I was asking both the speaker, what is the reason for such an overwhelming registration? So they said, short circuit and fire due to electrical is common for every segment, whether it is hotel or a hospital or a commercial or residential. So everybody is quite keen to know how do we enhance the safety measure of the electrical circuit. So that is why probably we have overwhelming response for the webinar. I think we must have a series of webinar on series 1, series 2, and we can talk about various standard that is applicable, and we can also talk about various segment. It could be hospital, it could be it could be a residential apartment. How do we take care? Because without power we can't survive. So everybody lives with the power. So in one way it's good, another way if you ignorant, there are dangers. So today this program actually is an initiative of Cape Electric, one of the well-known electrical company based out of Chennai, and Mr. Gopakumar is the director of Cape Electrical, which was established in 1996. Cape are the first and front runner in various technological products in India, be it lighting protection or electrical insulation materials. The reactive power compensation panel marked its quality during the initial year of establishment of the company in difficult environment conditions inside wind turbine tower, working at high temperature, very high harmonic distortions and frequent change in reactive power demand. In 2002, DC combiner solutions were unknown. Cape delivered the first outdoor DC panel for solar PV industry. Cape Electrical seminar and webinars on lighting protection not only help industries in solving failure related to lightning, surges and earthing, but gave an in-depth knowledge about international standards. Providing solution is the motto, and hence the technical team in Cape Electric are continuously trained and provide end-to-end solution from design to implementation. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a great speaker. Both are most humble and simple speaker. If you look at their profile, say, they work more, they talk less. So Santosh Warik is a regular speaker in our knowledge series, be it FSA, be it FSIF, be it our own, Blue and Gray's this thing, and he always come forward to participate and give his experience and knowledge to across India. He is the director of Maharashtra Fire Services and advisor to MIDC. He got over 29. I've been reading since last year. He must be now more 32 now, I would say. He got more than 30-year experience in the field of fire prevention and protection. Science graduate, an engineer, and MBA and advocate. So what a combination, science graduate, a fire engineer, and a lawyer. I think after his retirement, he will take up that initiative to sue people who doesn't follow the fire norms in a building. So experts in firefighting in various occupancies and implementation of fire preventions and life safety measures as per the National Building Code of India. And also he was the author of the Maharashtra Fire Act. He was one of the pillars. That was the first state to have a local act in the country. And he has contributed immensely for it. He has successfully handled various industrial projects, specialized townships, SEZ and IT parks in Maharashtra. Our second speaker is Mr. Gopakumar, expert in electrical engineering and director of Cape Electrical. He is also a member of various working groups of Indian International Technical Commissions. IEC is known as IEC, and the Technical coordinator of Lighting Awareness and Research Center, LARC Trivandrum, and is also part of electric installation of National Building Code of India. Having more than 27 years of experience in electrical safety, lightning protection, EMI, EMC of electrical installation, he has conducted more than 100 site studies on failure in electronic equipment and presented paper more than 1,000 seminars and training programs. He also published articles about safety in various magazines and published his own book called The Missing Link. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are all blessed today to have such a distinguished speaker. Today, I welcome Santosh Parikh to give a keynote address to the audience.
Thank you very much, Dominic. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we are discussing a very crucial issue of electrical short circuit and electrical safety as a whole. As we come across number of incidents across India about the fire incidences, and majority cause of fire incidents are electrical short circuit. The electrical short circuit does not happen immediately, or it is not an immediate incident. It is a chain of reaction due to the long negligence of the electrical equipment's wiring and various aspects of safety. So as any building required electrical supply for its smooth working, and there are number of services required for the building to efficient working, and for that electricity is very crucial, and it is a backbone of all services. That may be your fire system, that may be your air conditioning, that may be your lifts and other important services used in that particular building depending upon the occupancy of the building. But the normal observation related to electrical safety is the builder, developer, or the owner occupier. He goes for the minimum safety requirements or minimum requirement as per the codal or standard requirement for the loads and wiring capacities. So in due course of time, when the building gets erected, maybe residential one, I will give you example of residential ones. When the builder plan for the building 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, it goes for the air conditioning requirement or air conditioning load for only bedrooms. And when owner occupier, he purchases that particular property, he puts air condition units in the hall itself again. Then there are number of gadgets coming up in the kitchen areas. So the load, what is planned at the time of planning, is totally different, and now the actual load at the ground level is totally different. So definitely it there will be burden on the backbone infrastructure, maybe the transformer size, maybe the panel rooms or the electrical wires, what gauge you have to finalize for that. So these are the series of requirements which plan at the initial stage and actual at the use end, it is totally different. So that may lead to overheating or the electrical short circuit due to the failure of conductors. These are the chain reactions which normally happens, and the periodical inspection and testing of these all gadgets and the wiring is not happening pan India, though it is recommended, but practically every year it is not happening in the crucial industries or maybe the hospitals or the hotels, or even in residential. It means I have not observed it is frequently happening. So that leads to such kind of a disaster. So periodical inspection and testing of various gadgets and checking of wiring is required. There are simple gadgets available in the market, and there are agencies also available in the market who can do this regularly. But in our Indian scenario, the chalta attitude is so strong that we neglect. Jab hoga to dekha jayega. So such kind of a approach leads to the disaster, and when disaster happen, then it becomes very difficult to control that. Second aspect is loose wiring, which is happening due to the false ceiling and the interiors done in the residential ones or even in offices. The connections or the tappings taken from the main source, they are not done properly insulated, and after a few days or few months, they give up, and the cause of spark or the overheating may lead to the fire in surrounding material. So these are the normal aspects or normal reasons we see. Unfortunately, the fire services in India are not equipped with the means investigation of fire. We do not have any support from the actual forensic ones. So investigation of fire is a very neglected subject in India. And normally the factory inspectorate attached to the every state government, they carry out some investigation of fire occurring in industrial areas. But as far as the normal business buildings or any other buildings are concerned, each fire is not been critically examined for the causes. And electricity short circuit is the simple example for the reasoning for that. And unfortunately, it is blamed. And there are so many other reasons, but for the insurance purpose, it is from the damages point of view, and fire services normally recommend that the cause of fire is electrical short circuit. But today, I think today's webinar will give you the more inputs. What are the other reasons from where the failure of electrical short circuit can happen, and it can lead to the disaster. So I think Mr. Gopakumar is a perfect person who is having huge experience in this, and he has conducted so many webinars since the lockdown. And I wish this webinar very all the best, and it will be very fruitful for each and everyone to listen to Mr. Gopakumar's input related to electrical safety and specifically the electrical short circuit. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It's great to hear. Is it chalta hai attitude, or is it ignorance, or is nothing going to happen because I pray to God every day? So is this the cause for the electrical short circuit, or is it the poor maintenance of electricals?